We're back.
Listen to the woman, John. Calm down, just calm down. Calm down, just calm down.
It's Paper Mario again. Oh no, the cannons are actually a fight. Oh, that worked. Ah, I forgot how that works. Well, it's damage. Hooper. Excellent. We'll see you when you're done, Clem. Have a good day at school with children. Don't eat the children. Perfect. Let's get a heal, because it's right here. Resave. And vomit again. Oh. Oh my god, it's 3D. Hey, Teak. You might be right, but they're also not blue, purple, red, orange. So they're completely different. Wait a minute, Bowser wasn't 3D the last time I saw him. Bomber, why don't you try? Very good. I'm gonna hit you with my hammer. Bomb that, blow him up again. Very good. There they are. See? Green, yellow, black, and red. Completely different. Blow them up. Ninja Cooper. Like the Axum Rangers, yes. Yes. Welcome in the store. One down. Oh, that was mean. Well, I guess I better show them the Mario super attack. Bonk. Oh no, they're immune. Oh, jump doesn't work. There we go. Hit him. Bye-bye. You recognize this music? There are moments where it sounds like a remix of... Mario 3. I can't remember which track specifically, but it definitely feels familiar. Play this in Pet Band? Excellent. Wipeout? Wipeout? Go bomb it. You should fall over again. There we go. It should do him. There we go. Cooper Brothers. Defeated. Oh, there was a picture of Peach in there. The Bob-ombs escaped and sealed up the hole. That's great. Really do appreciate how fast the saving is. I feel like that's absolutely something that's changed over the years. Games just don't save as quickly as they used to. Quick, catch him before he touches the ground. And so, Mario and friends beat the Koopa Brothers at their fortress and rescued the first Star Spirit. Still, 6 Star Spirits remain imprisoned. They must save them as quickly as they can. The future of the Mushroom Kingdom, Star Haven, and of course Princess Peach lies in the hands of Mario and his new friends. But not Luigi. He's sat at home, washing his tights. Meanwhile, in Bowser's castle, Princess Peach and her twink they jump out the window and float down. Is it? And so now we get the surprise play as Princess Peach. Wow, they don't even throw her on the sofa or anything. Just like straight onto the floor. I love the little lighting effects they have when you're outside, like when you're in a darkened area and there's just light around the edge of the character. Like, it just looks so good. Powdering her nose, definitely not doing cocaine. Yeah, shut up, twink. Oh, don't look at the photo of Mario.
Yes, let's read all of it. Listen, Twink. Oh, so it must be Bowser's diary. Yes, let's keep reading it. I like that Bowser documents the weather. Yes. Dry, dry ruins. Oh no, it's Bowser. Well, that happened. Yes, Star Spirit power. Yeah, I guess. Uh-huh. Okay. Yes. Ah. Cures poisoning and shrink. How did it refill? Okay. It's gone back up a little bit. Okay. Wow, that's significant. Hey, Spunk. You can do that twice and get a full bar then. Very good. Ah, yes, the star beam. What? I'm doing okay. We just beat the Cooper brothers. We've rescued the first Star Spirit. And now, I guess we're gonna go to Dry Desert. How you doing, Spunk? Spunk. I don't know how to get in there. I really tried as an adult. If you like Mario, if you like Super Mario RPG, you will probably generally like this. The writing is still really enjoyable. Though it does have its own specific differences. Like, you only get one partner in battle rather than a full party. Damn. You didn't play RPG either? I recommend playing any of them. Like, if you're going to play Paper Mario, I think start with this one. If you're going to play Mario and Luigi, start with Superstar Saga. Or just play Mario RPG. Just like, play Mario RPG, Paper Mario, or Superstar Saga. And the writing in all of them is generally quite fun. There you go. There go the Goombas. Nice. Get him, Koopa. I think you have to be into slower paced games though. Like, this does not move at a particularly fast pace. The music in this is really good. It's also, I think, the first time Nintendo really started bringing back the Mario 3 soundtrack elements. Well, we're emulating this on Simple 64 emulator. If you want to play this without forking out a huge amount of money, legally, I don't know why I did that in air quotes, it is legal. If you want to play this legally without forking out a huge amount of money, it is on Switch Online. The N64 expansion packs. So there's that. But like, you can emulate it pretty easily enough. I think the cartridge has pretty much always been expensive. It was one of the last Nintendo 64 games. But I think it's always just generally been quite pricey. It was also on Virtual Console back when, you know, you could do Virtual Console. That was a mistake. Alright, thanks for the lurks, Punk. Hope you enjoy your toast, buddy. There we go. Speaking of Switch Online, I've heard that Nintendo hasn't added anything to it since December, which is kind of wild. You know, for a subscription service. Should do it, and then Koopa should be able to take out the Goomba. I do think, like, almost all of my issues with Switch Online wouldn't be issues if you could just buy the games. Like, if Nintendo just gave you the option. Like, there's nothing wrong with being able to do both. Subscription for the people who don't want to... Oh, hello. Oh. Subscription for people who, like, want to have access to everything at once without paying a bunch to get it. Or just want, like, limited access or whatever. Option to actually buy things. Everything's a subscription now and it's awful. Alright, I have an idea with this one. So I think between last stream and this stream, there was a generally really interesting development that happened, especially in regards to like Nintendo stuff. The Twilight Princess recomp came out, which is super cool. Which means I think we have full recomps of Zelda games now. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Link's Awakening, and Twilight Princess. Which is great. It's still in its first release, and I've heard there's a couple of issues. But it's also wild, like, just how broad the release has been for it. Like, it's available on Windows, as you would expect, but right out of the gate it also supports Android, Linux, and I think Mac. And given the price of Twilight Princess HD, like even when that game, when the Wii U was like the thing, was the Nintendo console, Twilight Princess HD was never particularly cheap. And now that the Wii U's dead, and Nintendo will not put it out on Switch, it's probably like undeniably the best, most accessible way to play Twilight Princess. And like, give it a little more time, and it'll probably very easily supplant Twilight Princess HD as the best way to play it. Certainly be better because it's more accessible. Oh, Junior Trooper. Oh, bye, Junior Trooper. Oh, he's back. Nope. Alright, pal. Alright. Power up. Well, Matt, do your thing. You thought you had the upper hand, but you did not. Excellent. Anyway. Who said that? Oh, it's the Twink. Ah, very good. Dry desert, you say? In his diary, you say? Castle, you say? Alright. Goodbye. Such a weird guy. Hello, I'd like to sleep in your bed. Thank you. Yes, I did. Thank you. Goodbye. Now, which way to Dry Desert? Do you know? The train? Thank you. Let's see what Merlon has to say before I go. What up, fucker? Well, fuck you. Yes. A bat shop, you say? Ah. Oh. I'll take this, definitely. Yes, thank you. I'll also take multi-bounce. Yes, thank you. Well, goodbye. I change out power bounce for multi-bounce and speedy spin. Look at the distance on that bad boy. Oh, I can go to South Toad Town now. Cool. Good for you. Right, shroom, you say? Yo, I'm breaking into your house. I know we met in the castle, remember? Yes. Use this mushroom. Right shroom. Ah, wonderful. Yeah, might as well turn all of my mushrooms into fried shrooms. Goes from restoring 5 HP to 6 HP and 2 FP. Excellent. What can you make this Koopa leaf into? Koopa tea? Ah, that makes sense. Might as well use the other one as well. The honey syrup. Koopa soda. Cures shrinking or poisoning and restores 5 FP. Alright. What about the maple syrup? Oh, that made it worse. Okay. Alright. Yes. Let me in. Of course I'm going to the desert. I'm Mario. This is a Mario game. The desert is obviously the second level. Alright. Then I will not. But we'll do that later. Ah. Yeah. What is this place? Is this gambling? Okay. Okay, let's give this a try then. Alright, I think I get how it goes. Oh, I should try the dojo again now that we've gotten a little stronger. Alright. Garden's on the way to the dojo. Here you go. That's probably something I need to pay attention to. You know what, let's go back and see Luigi. Luigi! Fan mail. Luigi, what are you doing? No, Luigi. You stay here. Can I get new shoes? I'd like new shoes that do more damage. Put one of those away. No, we'll hold on to the rest of that. Good day. The master, you say? Power up. Oof. Thought it was hold for a second. And even if I block it properly, it's only reducing it by 1 damage. Hell is beyond me right now. No. Anyway. Rest up and then we'll head to Dry Desert. Goodbye. Like multi-bounce might not be as useful as power bounce. Catch Lil Oink. Alright, tell me about him. Okay. You don't have any in there, though. Got plenty of supplies for the minute. Maybe too many supplies. Stick to the path, it goes in a straight line to Dry Desert, got it. What's going on, guys? What giant rock? Yes. Are we not letting any of the other passengers on? There were other people who wanted to go. No? Alright. The mystery of Dry Ruins. We will uncover the mystery of Dry Ruins after this ad break.
Objection!
We'll be right back. And we're back.
What is it? Is it titties?
No, it looks like a chain jump. Here we are, Mount Rugged. Thank you. An egg? I got an egg in this trying time. So... Whacker. Thank you. Yeah, you can go back to Toad Town unless they just straight up leave you. Like they left all the other passengers. Or is that a thing of like, oh hey, I fixed the track, and as a reward I get a private train ride? Just in case. Oh, hello, Postman Cooper. That's right. Alright, alright. Your thing, pal. I'm Mario and I'm a nice guy. Whee! I like that he dusts himself off. There's a nice little personality touch. Monty Mole. Nice try, fuckface. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, you bitch. That's right, spin around and die. I'm gonna increase my badge points. Ooh. Let's equip more badges. Power bounce. If it's free, yeah, why not? See what that does. And power jump, I guess. The hell are you? Oh, you're a whacker. I'm sorry, buddy. Couldn't have done that, it was mean. Alright, so that's big jump. Let's jump on everybody. That's just keep jumping on one dude until he's dead. Or until you miss, I suppose. Which ideally I won't. Going to hurt you now. I don't like this sound. No. Alright, so that's a confirmation. They have 3 HP. Heal me. Alright, so I want to unequip that badge. I don't like this sound. Oh no! You know, I just enjoy chill RPGs. I feel like I don't play enough chill RPGs. Don't know how I'm getting up there. Well, there's the letter. Excellent, thank you, Cooper. Let's go give it back to Paracara. Yeah. You know, if you just told me from the start you were looking for 3 letters, it would have made things easier. Also, that block did not restore the, star power. Bonk. Money! Itch! Alright, Koopa. We're killing them. I should get a bonus for doing it in one turn. Not today, buckaroo. Bonk. Man, I should play through New Super Mario Bros. DS all the way through again. Seeing Koopa with his standard attack being a spinning blue shell just like makes me think of it. Because the new power-up that New Super Mario Bros. DS brought in was the shell. It was a blue shell and you would run with it and it would like start spinning around and it was quite fun. And they never brought it back in anything, and I think it was so much more fun than like the spinning mushroom. The propeller mushroom is what it was in Wii, or the ice flower, or the penguin suit. Like, it was great for going really quick in the levels and having a bit of additional challenge to the movements. They just never brought it back, and it's such a shame. I loved it. Fuck is that? Whatever it is, I'm killing it. Okay. Yeah, I guess we are just gonna run away. Until I have a reliable way of dealing with them. No. Oh, hey, a star piece. Oh! Okay. Replace Goombario there. Well, there's another letter. I knew Bombette would be able to do something. Tired of running from those things. Really? Well, I don't want to have to spend 3 flower points every time I run into one of those things. Oh. I don't know what it is about that, but that sounded like really unpleasant, like a really unpleasant landing. Yeah, just keep going. Oh, that's the last letter. And it looks like we can't go any further this way. Yeah, save it. It's because you're looking in one spot that you know it's not him, Parakara. Yeah, alright. Parakara join the party, yay! Okay, so now I'm not only finding the letters for you, I'm also delivering them. The nerve of this guy. Let's see how he is in battle, then. It's an odd attack arc. Gotcha. Now let's see if I can work this out. No. We'll have to work it out, though, because it'll probably be required at some point. Good thing there's all these Monty moles around here. Press that way too soon. I think it's any point during the dive before it connects. See if I got it. That was way too soon. I'm anticipating the dive rather than reacting to it. Kind of getting it, but I'm not reliable enough. Oh. I was thinking how power jump isn't something I really want. Alright, let's get across here. There was something else. Was it down here? There was another spot with a gap. Is it around this area? Okay, that just hurt Paracara. Nope, don't like those guys. There it is. The star piece. Sneaky. You do the action command decreases Mario's damage by 1. Sounds like it should be more useful. I don't like that vulture in the background. Yes. I'm Luigi. Thank you. What a nice guy. We made it. We made it to Dry Outpost. No. Oh, thank you. I wonder if Cooper will have anything to say to him, given that he's the next door neighbour. You know, that's nice. A lot of games wouldn't have, like, actually had anything there. It was always nice when you do get something like that. East down the path. Alright, thank you. That seemed odd. None of that. Cooper, hit them all. Beautiful. How much trouble are you to fight normally? Not that much. Was it 4 or 5 HP? 4. Excellent. You know, when they warned me about the whirlwinds, I didn't expect the whirlwinds to have faces. Hello. Thank you. Ah, very good. We made it to Dry Outpost. Mustafa. Three south and 2 west of the Stone Captain. I'm gonna write that down. You gonna charge me for the information? An oasis just south. Hmm. Trees in a triangle. Hmm. Okay, you're just repeating yourself now. Alright, thank you, goodbye. Fair enough. I want to check some of my items though. Hello. I now regret talking to you. Wizards, you said? Oh. Yeah, let's do it. Goombaria. Oh, thank you. I thought it would be more than one question. What an odd fellow. Interesting history. I mean, the sooner you finish your job, the sooner you can go home, probably. Hello. Yes. Yes. Right, so we'll probably want to talk to this mouse staffer then. Honey syrup. You can have this super soda. Okay, only one more though. Eat, you say? How to get to the ruins? Alright, let's go get a lemon. I guess we don't really need to check anything right now. So, straight south here. A line? Coin. Nothing. Super block. Oh. Combat. Super. A lemon. What do we tell Mustafa? Tell him to suck a lemon. Accidentally pressed not necessary and then I had to give him extra stuff. Damn it. Buy a dried shroom, then buy a dusty hammer. Okay. Well, thank you. Buy a dried shroom, buy a dusty hammer. Imagine, like, you have no idea about any of this, and you're just, like, a really terrible shopper. So you buy the two most obviously garbage items in the shop in that order. And instead of, like, checking to see if you're on the level, the shopkeeper's just like, oh yeah, you must be in with our group. The highest part of Dry Outpost. Oh, lesser. That's gotta be a reference to Ocarina of Time, surely. But hey, when I'm out and about, I disguise myself as someone named Peak. Let's see how this works. 3 south, 2 west. Oh no, it's 3 south, 2 west from the stone cactus. I'm an idiot. Okay, there's the stone cactus. odd-looking cactus. Yeah, sometimes people are busy. Sometimes people have other things to do. It's one of the reasons why I'm always like, you know, if you want to do streaming, you've really got to be into it for yourself. Because you get a lot of times like this where, like, there's not really anybody in chat and nobody's really talking. There may not even be anybody watching. I don't know, I have the view count turned off so I don't see any of it. Gotta enjoy playing games for the sake of it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I always say chat's best part of the stream. But when chat isn't always going to be there, you've got to be there for enjoying the games. Let's see what this does. Get rid of that. And like, even saying it though, like, sometimes it's hard to remember that. Definitely getting closer. No, I do not like that. Yeah. Yeah. Given that we did the East 1 and 2 stream not that long ago, that was the last game we did for the RPGs. There it is. And, like, I did that part because, like, I did East Origin a few years ago. And I only did one campaign in that game, despite really enjoying the game myself. Because nobody was in chat for any of it. Like, nobody really wanted to watch it. And so, like, I stopped playing it because it was like, nobody wants to watch it, what's the point? And I've gotten to the point, as time's gone on, where I'm just like, I want to play things. The point of the stream, to begin with, was always, like, playing things, because I have trouble, like, focusing playing games in my own time. So the stream is entirely about me playing games, and chat's just a bonus. And so, like, focusing on that, again, over the last few years has been, like, really good for me. Why did it suddenly become night? And we did East 1 and 2 recently, and not a whole lot of people really came out for that. But I really enjoy playing it. That's what we do. Two-time cool power. And now it's daylight through the window. Yeah, you gotta just enjoy playing games for the sake of playing games, I think. And it's not always the easiest thing to do. Especially when you're trying to keep the mindset of... like, you've got to be interacting with everybody. Like, just in case there is somebody there. Uh-oh. But I try and make things interesting for any potential chatters. Anybody who might be popping in. Not always successful. Like I say, the point is for me to play these games. And if you guys enjoy it, great. If you don't, doesn't detract from my enjoyment. And it's why I'll do, like, stuff like the Year of RPGs, like Shooting Time, the History of Stylish Action, Superhero Sundays, Castlevania. It's all stuff that, at the end of the day, interests me. And, like, I think the ideas can be interesting for the viewers, but it's all about them interesting me. That one didn't poison me. Really enjoy the good old games and relaxed atmosphere. You mean of my stream or just generally? It is true I don't play a lot of modern games. Like, a lot of that is just because, like, a lot of the newer stuff doesn't interest me as much. Having that. Having that. Where is it? 2 points. What can I remove? In my stream? Excellent. I'm glad you enjoy it. And, like, there's definitely the weird thing over the years of, like, an odd number of people have asked me during stream how to get into stream. And, like, how to get successfully streaming. It's like, one, it's weird that you're asking me. I am a very small streamer. Even in, like, my group. Like, you look at in my page of, like, the streamers I recommend, and I have less followers than most of them. It's like, the fact people are asking me is weird. But, like, the answer I always give is, like, you're probably not going to be successful, so you need to enjoy what you do. Give me a bounce. Give me a bounce. I don't like you. There we go. That means playing what you enjoy, in a way that you enjoy. Like, I was watching a thing recently that was kind of interesting. Somebody who really enjoys Splinter Cell. Like, it's the favourite series. deciding to spend a week learning how to speedrun Chaos Theory. And, like, it was a fascinating idea, and, like, watching the whole video and the way they progressed through it, it looked like, I was thinking to myself, like, I could probably sit down and spend, like, a week focusing on learning, like, how to speedrun Resident Evil 2. And then thinking about it as this video was going on, it's like, I wouldn't enjoy it. So just, you know, keep playing casually the way I enjoy. Smaller streamers have no... Yeah, it's like, how do you be successful at streaming? I don't know. I'm not successful at streaming. And then you get the response of like, but you have a fairly active chat. It's like, you've come in on a good day. And that's why the chat is active. There's all the streams you don't see where the chat isn't active. And when you get people who pop in and say hi, and then never say anything else. Or you get some of your regulars like, can't really be here right now, hope you're doing well though. No, I don't think I will. It's like, you've got to enjoy playing the games. And it's like, a big part of the whole reason I'm doing the Year of RPGs. When I started streaming, it was as a counterbalance to my Let's Play channel. I was doing Let's Plays at the time. Which, again, I was doing those because I was enjoying playing the game. It gave me the focus to play games. And I kind of moved away from that into streaming entirely. As things went on, just because streaming is honestly easier. Like, you don't have to, like, try and think up topics constantly, because there are sometimes people to interact with in the chat and bounce off. But, like, the original point of the stream was to do RPGs, because I didn't think they'd be great doing them for Let's Play, as opposed to doing them on stream. And so I started off and I was doing a bunch of RPGs, and RPGs are probably my favourite genre. And, like, over the past few years, we've kind of gotten a little away from that. For various reasons. Like, sometimes you, like, anything being your favourite doesn't really matter, you'll want to take a break from it and do something else. But like, at the end of the day, RPGs are one of my favourite things to do. And so, like, last year, we had, in 2024, we had the Year of PlayStation. And a big part of the focus for most of the Year of PlayStation, when I was only playing PS1 games, was to play games that I hadn't streamed before. So instead of being like, okay, I'm going to do all these games that are my favourites from the system, I only did those in December. Towards the end of the year. The rest of the year was stuff that I'd never streamed before. And some of it was stuff I'd never played before, and just really interesting to go through a lot of it. Like, I played through Parasite Eve for the first time, and while I didn't come away from it entirely positive, I'm glad I played it, and it's a really interesting game. And we had stuff like, I played Luna Silver Star Story Complete for the first time, and really enjoyed that. What do we do? We did stuff like MDK. Like, there was a bunch of stuff we did there. And then, like, the whole process of playing different games that I hadn't streamed before had been like interesting enough and enough of a change. Because like if you go through my first few years of streaming and I replay a bunch of games quite a few times, like I've played Resident Evil 2 too much. I don't really enjoy playing Resident Evil 2 anymore. It bores me because I've done it too much. And I kind of gotten to that point with Resident Evil 3. And like on stream, oh shit, I forgot I wanted Cooper for this. On stream, I've done Final Fantasy VII 4 times. Like start to finish, I've done it 4 times. I did the PS4 version, I did the PS1 version with a retranslation, I did the new threat mod, and then I did the PS1 version. I've done Skies of Arcadia twice. Like, I was doing, like, a lot of the same games. And so, like, coming out of the year of PlayStation, I wanted to expand on the original idea of, like, games that I hadn't streamed before. And so... last year, with the exception of Castlevania, which was specifically about having a segment where I'm just going to play through Castlevania games, everything I did last year was something that I hadn't streamed before. And so we started off with Final Fantasy VII Intermission, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intermission, because I wanted to play Rebirth. And given that Rebirth came out in 2024, I hadn't been able to play it because I was doing the year of PlayStation. And so, like, do Intermission because I hadn't played it before, and then go into Rebirth, and we did Intermission. And then I did Chrono Trigger, which I hadn't streamed, and I hadn't played in a long time. And then I did Rebirth, which overall I didn't enjoy. And, like, from there we moved on through other things, and we did a lot of really interesting stuff last year. There we go. And, like, we did a lot of interesting stuff last year. The Punisher game for PS2, which was really fun. We finally got around to doing Metal Gear Solid 4. Like, I set up the PS3 again, and we finally did... I didn't want Bombette. We finally did Metal Gear Solid 4 and wrapped up that main series. I finally played a Tales game all the way through on stream. It was Tales of Vesperia. Didn't enjoy it. Metal Gear Solid 4, I hadn't played through Metal Gear Solid 4 all the way since I originally got a PS3 back in 2011. Because, like, it was a reason to get a PS3. And, like, in the 14 years since... Fuck. In the 14 years since... It wasn't unlucky. I was stupid. I should have done better. Should have healed, is what I should have done. But yeah, in the 14 years since, like, there'd been a lot of discourse. Like, MGS4 is basically a movie that occasionally allows you to play it and such, blah blah blah. And there's elements of truth to that, and like, oh, the plot's really not that good because it's really just trying to wrap up everything that who set up, and you know, brings back basically everybody who ever had any stake in it that hadn't previously died, and some people who had died, blah blah blah. But actually getting to go through Metal Gear Solid 4 again for myself, I really enjoyed it. Like, I had a lot of fun going through MGS4 again. And I'm glad now that the Master Collection Volume 2 is coming out and people will be able to play it again. Because that game shouldn't have been stuck on PS3 all this time. And like, with the Master Collection Volume 2 coming out, it is something I would recommend. If you've played through the previous games and never played 4, you owe it to yourself to finish the big story of it. But even without that, like, there's a lot of good ideas in its gameplay, and it's really kind of fun. And it was a really nice change compared to Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, you can see the building blocks of where they ended up going with 5 already in 4. But 4 has structure, which I think makes it hold up a lot better. It is really small. It's not a game I would recommend like playing through over and over again. Not at all. And I think you'd be put off from that immediately by the unskippable opening. Like, while all the live-action TV stuff is going on, you can't skip any of that. And that only is entertaining maybe twice when you look through the different channels. But, like, I think as a game to experience, like, every 5 years or so, I think it's really fun. And it was definitely compelling and engaging. And especially in comparison with Phantom Pain, like, it doesn't feel like an empty story, which is really nice. I think the psych meter is an awful idea, and I think it's a massive downgrade from the stamina meter of MGS3. But overall, I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I played through it again. And of course, because I finally just decided to set up my PS3 again last year and play through the game, of course, that was when Konami were going to announce that Volume 2 of the Master Collection was finally happening. So you're welcome. Like, literally 3 months to the day that I finished Metal Gear Solid 4 on stream, they announced the second Master Collection with MGS4 on it. But yeah, it's like, I played through 4 RPGs last year. I played through Chrono Trigger, which is still fantastic, and if you're a fan of JRPGs and you haven't played it, you should. It's really worth your time. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which I thought was incredibly overblown, and as its own game, as a sequel to remake, I feel like it didn't improve what needed to be improved. As a remake of Final Fantasy VII, I found it incredibly disappointing. But I'm in the minority on this. Everybody else loves it. Tales of Vesperia, which... Tales of Vesperia is often counted as one of the top 3 best Tales games. The order typically varies, but whenever you look into it, people will tell you that the top 3 Tales games, the best 3 Tales games are Vesperia, Symphonia, Abyss. And so, like, I decided to do Vesperia. I've not done a Tales game on stream before. And I've mostly enjoyed the Tales games I've played. I enjoyed Grace's F was my first, and I really enjoyed it. We have an ad coming up, and I have let it go too long, so I need to let it run, so we'll be right back after this ad.
If he's so smart, how come he's dead?
And we're back. What was I saying? Yeah, Tales of Vesperia. I played through Tales of Vesperia and didn't enjoy that. I felt like the combat just never really got good. So that's 3 RPGs, and then towards the end of the year I played through Final Fantasy X. Which, overall, I really enjoyed playing through Final Fantasy X. It was the first time I'd played through it since I'd played it on PS2. It was my second full playthrough. And overall, I really enjoyed it. Up until the final boss, when the final boss was suddenly much harder than everything that came before it, and I didn't finish it, and I need to go back and grind so I can finish it on stream. But aside from that, I really enjoyed it. And, like, remembering that, like, RPGs were originally my main focus for the stream. I was like, let's go back to doing RPGs, and we'll play some RPGs that I've not done on stream. Like, we're not going to do Final Fantasy VII again this year. We're not going to do Skies of Arcadia again this year, as much as I enjoy that. We're going to play through some other RPGs. We'll mix it up. Some stuff that I've not played before, some stuff that I have played before. Yeah, that was the stupidest fucking thing. And I think we've had, like, a really good run so far. There's not been anything. I made a list, and I'm keeping some of the lists secret. Though, during the Christmas Day stream last year, I did actually say what the list was, because I was never going to save and archive that Christmas Day stream. So it's like, if you're here for that stream, you can see you can hear what the plans are, but you'll have to remember them. And so, like, some stuff I've been pretty candid about intending to do. Like, Dragon Age Origins will be happening at some point this year. Yep. Dragon Quest 8 will be happening at some point this year. And originally I had intended to do Ys 1 and 2 first. And I decided, you know, I'm going to do Lost Odyssey. Lost Odyssey was a game I'd started years ago on stream and only did 2 sessions of. Because it was when I was first using the camera, and I only used the camera in the first session, I didn't use it in the second session, because I decided I didn't want to use the camera. And I wasn't happy with the inconsistency of that. So I stopped doing that stream, so then we came back. I was like, we're gonna start this with Lost Odyssey. And so we did Lost Odyssey at the start of the year. And, like, I'm alternating between JRPGs and another kind of RPG. So JRPGs and action RPG, JRPG and Western RPG. Because JRPG is the favourite, but there are other kinds of RPG and I want to make sure those are highlighted. So we started with Lost Odyssey. And then we did Jade Empire. And then we did Final Fantasy V. And then we did Ys 1 and 2. And now we're doing Paper Mario. And, like, all of them have been really fun. I think the weakest so far has been Jade Empire. But that's only because I was playing the PC version, which had issues. If I just stuck with doing the Xbox version, that would have been a much smoother experience. But overall, like, that game was fun, and I enjoyed going through it. And Final Fantasy V was great. Finally going through Final Fantasy V on stream. Wonderful. And it's one of those things of, like, between Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy V, like, done in, like, fairly close order. Like, Final Fantasy X was the end of last year, Final Fantasy V was in March-ish, I think, of this year. Like, it's one thing to go through all these different RPG series, because so many of them do deserve to be played, and are really underrated. And then you go back to Final Fantasy, and you do one of the classic Final Fantasies, and it really does highlight why Final Fantasy was the premier RPG series for a very long time, because it was fantastic. The classic Final Fantasy games are fantastic. But I'm only doing the one Final Fantasy this year. Final Fantasy V Advance. Not Advance, actually. Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster we did. With some mods that changed up some of the visuals. Make it closer to the Super Nintendo version. It was really good. Now we're doing Paper Mario. I'm not sure what my next RPG I'm aiming for is. Another action RPG, maybe? But I've not decided, and we've got like at least a couple of weeks, maybe like 3, maybe 4 weeks left before I get to the end of this, depending on how many streams I do. So I don't have to decide yet. And currently the Sundays are the History of Stylish Action. Starting last year, I ended up making... It was originally Mondays. Castlevania was on Mondays. And it was only if I was available on Mondays, but realizing that I'm almost always available on Sundays, I decided we'll do these on Sundays. And so then Castlevania moved to Sundays, and then I decided we're going to be done with Castlevania for a little while. I called it the end of Season 1 of Castlevania, because we will go back to it and I want to do more. And then we followed it up with Superhero Sundays, which was a follow-on from an old idea I had called Superhero Saturdays. And we played some Superhero games. And they were hit and miss, as you would expect. some really good ones in there. We start with Spider-Man Web of Shadows, which was... It's a bunch of fun. It runs probably longer than it should do, and it's quite repetitive. But overall, it is quite fun. And we did... What did we do? We always alternate between Marvel and DC. And then we did Infamous for one session, one go. And going through Infamous again was pretty fun. Again, I hadn't been through Infamous since I originally got my PS3. Excellent. Thanks for popping in, Spunk. I hope you sleep well, buddy, and you have yourself a good night. Did work on the timing with that. Okay. I think the real surprise of Superhero Sunday though was like easily Captain America Super Soldier. The tie-in game for the first Captain America movie. Like that was a real surprise. It wasn't amazing, but it was really fun. Okay. Made me realize that I really have grown an appreciation of Arkham Asylum over the years. When I first played through Arkham Asylum, I was like, this is really good, but I don't think I would ever really want or need to replay it. But over the years, I've replayed it several times, and I do really appreciate what it is. Oh, wonderful. Finally, my attack has increased. Uh-oh. Ooh. I should really just use one of the items. I got that mushroom soup. Fried shroom. Better. Okay, moving the analog stick cuts off the dialogue boxes. Yeah, now the Sundays, I wrapped up what I called it, Season 1 of Super Hero Sunday, because I do want to go back and do more of it at some point, and there's other Super Hero games I'd like to do on stream. And we've begun the history of stylish action, which is an idea I've had for years. I wanted to do for years, like beginning with Devil May Cry, moving up through the years of what stylish action has been and become, I think. And so far, that's been more miss than hit. Which I think is a really interesting thing to look back on. Because we did Devil May Cry 1. Devil May Cry 1's great. There's a lot of things I really love about it. And then we did Devil May Cry 2, which is infamous in like the way it changed the franchise, really. Like the mistakes it made. And it's interesting to to actually look through it, because a lot of people would say it's like the worst thing. And it's not. Like, it's just kind of dull. Which in itself is bad, for its own reasons. But then we followed it up with Chaos Legion, which is a Capcom game and has some of the similar ideas. And like, that was genuinely bad. And then we followed that up with PN03, which also, like, interesting ideas, really rough. Overall, like, not all that enjoyable to play. And I think it is kind of interesting because, like, of course, the idea that Devil May Cry made would have imitators that just wouldn't quite get it and would try and do their own thing with it, and it would just be bad. I think the most interesting part of that so far is, like, it's 4 games we've done so far for the history of stylish action, and they've all been Capcom. And so, like, you've got the original game made by the development team called themselves Team Little Devils. And then they didn't get to do the sequel. The sequel was done by another team. And then Chaos Legion was something else, and PN03 was something else. And, like, next up on the history of stylish action, we have Beautiful Joe, which will be interesting for several reasons, one of which being that it's the next game that director of Devil May Cry, Hideki Kamiya, developed. And so, like, see how that goes. Triangle, Star, Moon. I only have Triangle on Star. Oh, I have Diamond, I don't have Star. Okay, where did it say these were? So I think purple is the hammer. What I want to do then is go up to there. Alright. Yes. So yeah, like over like the last couple of years, I've gotten quite happy with like what we've been doing with the stream. Because more than anything else, it's about me having fun and playing the games I want to play and exploring the stuff I want to explore. And like getting back around to the original point, I think it is the best way to succeed in, succeed in streaming. Because like, you talk about money. Like, you look at how many streamers make a living off streaming, and then consider, like, what percentage that is of, like, actual streamers. And, like, it's gotta be less than 10%, probably less than 5%. So yeah, you've got to just enjoy what you do. At the end of the day, it's a hobby and it'll probably never be anything more. I've said before, like, the idea of this being like making enough money for me to live on, it's great in theory. There's a lot of things about it that would be absolutely terrifying. Like the instability of it. Well, I've rambled my way through the entire dungeon. Huh. Listen, pal. Oh, I should have kept Cooper out. Even powered up, that's only doing one. Alright. This is gonna be nasty. don't appreciate that. He's almost out of shells, so that's something. Yeah. You're on the ground now. Perfect. I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna hurt you. Damn it. Really? Another one? I don't like any of that. Damn it. Whew. That was too close. Full heal. Swap out Gimbario for Koopa. Because Koopa just has the higher attack power now more than anything else. the second Star Spirit. Catch her before she touches the ground.
Thus Mario and party uncovered the legendary Dry ruins within the Dry Desert. They smashed Toot and Koopa the wizard and freed Mama, the second of the wish-granting star spirits. But the enemies awaiting Mario grow ever stronger, and the challenges more difficult. What's in store for Mario and his friends? Where will their adventure take them next? Why does this voice hurt my throat so much?
Meanwhile, in Bowser's castle, the invincible Tubba Blubber. Oh, hey, we hadn't seen Kemi Cooper in a while. Tell me the details over there. And now we continue the adventures of Princess Peach and her twink. Well, let's go. Once more. Yeah, he's moved his diary. Okay. I hope this is where I need to go. The Power Rush badge. Hammer Brothers. What do you mean starting with its head? A buoy is all head. You're terrible at stealth. Our energy goes up. Yay. Now I can use Lullaby. Make all enemies fall asleep. I'll never use that. Gonna get all the star spirits together. I'm gonna use their power to wish for a gun. Then I can shoot Bowser. Goodbye. People, what the fuck was that? Oh no! Really, only one of them? Beautiful. But only one star point. So they're not even worth fighting. Now, if only I can remember the way back. That's great, though it didn't do damage, which is a little bit... And a bonk. Beautiful. Not worth it though. Like, one star point per enemy. Not worth it. Oh no. Bitch. Oop, I killed him. You leave me alone. Hello. Yes. Oh, the Toad Girls made it. Well, you know, I wish you luck on your adventures, girls. Gonna buy a couple of mushrooms. You know what? I'll get one more. And a honey syrup. Thank you. Is there a toad house here? Yes. Let me sleep in your bed. I ain't afraid of no sleeping. I ain't afraid of no bed. Alright, let's head back to the Mushroom Kingdom. With the Super Hammer, we may be strong enough to take on the Master of the Dojo as well. And along the way, we'll spot Colorado again. Let me see what he has to say. Should pass by their camp. Hello, Colorado. Yeah, sure. Ah, thank you. More adventure. Yeah, you saw me before. You passed by. I'm Luigi. That's right, I'm Mario. It was a good hit. Goombario. I'm gonna do it again. Oh, a lot of health, don't you, buddy? 40 HP, wow. Yeah, definitely didn't want to fight this guy earlier. My big concern earlier was that we were running kind of low on health and energy. And I'm going at this guy with full. Interesting fight because he's got more health than any non-boss enemy we've fought so far. Baba, bad guy. It's not a lot for, like, how much health that guy has. Yeah, I feel like just generally it probably wasn't worth fighting him. At least the way is clear. Yeah, if it's 1 star point per enemy in this area now, like, they're not worth the effort of fighting. Because, like, regardless of anything, I'll still take damage from them. Goombarium. Yeah. Man, the journey back was a lot shorter than the journey here. Yes, let's go to Toad Town. Surprising just how long that train journey is. Oh yeah, I was stopped by Tasties. Yes. Honey syrup? Super soda, yep. The mushroom, yeah. Then she gave me fried shroom, which is better. I wonder if she can do anything with a dried shroom. Okay. What about dried fruit? That restored 15 HP. I hope this is as good. Man, that's a real shame. Because that was actually a really good item. That's still improvement over the dried shroom, though. What can you do with this hammer? Yeah, I'll just cook with this hammer. Alright. I was really kind of hoping she would do something with the dried shroom, though. I feel like this is a good place to call it before the next leg of our adventure begins. Good progress. We've rescued 2 star spirits. We have another party member. Carry. 2 star spirits. And we also know that Forever Forest is where we need to go next, and it's through here. I like this map. I like this map shows everything. Super fun. Yeah, that's gonna do it for us today. So I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Teak, Flame, Star, and Spunk. Thank you so much for joining me and keeping me company. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Paper Mario will continue for the year of RPGs. Daylight Shooting Time continues with Bioshock, and the History of Stylish Action begins Beautiful Joe on Sunday, which I hope everybody's looking forward to. I said I should practice that, and if you've watched this stream for any real length of time, it will be no surprise to you that I have not been practicing. I did do some research though, and apparently I will be justified in playing it on easy mode, which is good. But yeah, that is it. Let's have a sound alert. Perfect. But yeah, with that, there's not really anything else to say except thank you all for watching, have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and take care. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.